It's Starry. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a regular, welcome back. I didn't know if I was going to make it on time, and I barely did. So we're off to kind of a slow start this morning. And just so in case you're wondering, I'm wearing a t-shirt. You saw the sticker form of this hobo nickel called Stargazer by Jerry Morales. We have down here the red version of the towel that I'm going to be giving away. My roommate, housemate, traveled to Japan. He spent 2.5 weeks there, and he brought back a bunch of items that he said, "Here, give these away." Didn't time out real well with the giveaway I did last week, but it just extends it. So let's take a look at who we have in the house. Looking at StreamYard, there are probably people here ahead of this, but I can't see them in StreamYard. Philip Wills. Yes, Philip Wills was here about a half hour early. Ohio Metal Maven and Kovacshin. G Keyman 565 is in the house. Orlando, the 717 detector is here. Joe with Michigan Gems. I'll be mentioning Joe shortly as a follow-up to last week. Stu's metal detecting. All the way from the UK. Dinglehopper all the way from Denmark. And we have Tripwire with straight up metal detecting, who's here all the way from the US. I am Zaxxon. Chris Capoon, representing the Western constituency of our American viewers, visitors, family, whatever. Rune International, the locksmith from Denmark. Pocket Woman all the way here from Australia. MAERvideos, High from Bed, LOL. Obviously, some people are still in bed. He'll be up later because he'll have his show later. I do not have links to any show in the description other than for the creator meet and greet later, where he'll be romancing the family and highlighting channels. So that's all I got. Nobody else had their stuff up in time for me to get here. So, it's bad timing on my part, I guess, probably. So, continuing on the chat, S&M Lock and Key, Dana Reed, Shaz73. There's, if you like going for a morning walk, that's the place to go. She's over in the UK and has some great wonders out in the both her countryside and the town she lives in. So, Red Maple Grove representing Canada in the same way that Marlin for MAERvideo is. John Clayton was one of the winners last week. His package is winging its way. I think it's still sitting. Everything that goes international from me travels in the Postal Service to Chicago, and then it sits in customs for a week or so, and then it goes back to the Postal Service, who will fly it to the appropriate country or drive it if we're talking about Canada. Of course, as far as I know, maybe they fly it from Chicago to Ottawa and then ship it from there. I don't know. I don't know the setup that the USPS has with the Canadian Postal Service. God is great all the way here from Japan, like much of the giveaway today. Let me know if you do not have a wrench. It is the normal status of most people in this setup to have a wrench, and if you don't, well, I'm sorry, and I'll correct that issue. But that way you can easily hit go to my channel and post your link or someone else's. Team Clambake, who was one of our winners last week, as well as a donator for a prize. Someday I'll get near the bottom here. Backwoods exploits. Backroad exploits, not woods. Read what's in front of you. Okay, so we had a winner for Joe's sticker pack that she was going to ship out to them. And then the winner who contacted me said he didn't have room for anything in his new RV. And so said, you know, I don't want the prize. So we're going to be redetermining Joe's sticker pack. And if anyone knows how to contact Goalame, Barnabe, I probably slaughtered that name, but if anyone knows how to contact them, please let me know, or let him know to contact me, because he has not claimed his prize. He won the giant pin and the Show Me Treasure sticker and silver nickel and 4 marbles, but he has not contacted me. That's the only person that didn't contact me. And all the donors who were shipping the prizes from their locations have been notified of people's addresses. So everything should be, as far as I know, on its way, or have arrived already, because I noticed a couple of the packages I sent arrived already. So, Blistering Barnacles, all the way from the UK, is here this morning, or this afternoon from his perspective. Everyone is very active in the chat, which is great to see. Moon over Miami. As is usual, I don't know for certain. I'm looking at StreamYard here, so I don't know for certain who is on which of the 2 chats. So, we almost made it out of the, hit the down arrow to go to new comments. So we're almost caught up, but then we fell behind. Papa York is here. I was so far behind, I didn't even grab a tea. I have had a coffee, though, this morning, so. And it's not like I'm completely caffeineless. And Stu's metal detecting. We are 9 minutes in, and Stu has to leave already. So have a great day, Stu. I believe he even had Stu a couple weeks ago won a pack of family community stickers and did a mail call and everything. So check that out if you get a chance. So what is labeled as a towel, let's see if I can get the whole thing in picture. This would serve nicely for you to take into the field when you're collecting treasure, to help clean it up, or to sit by the whole side of the hole and hold the dirt while you're. I don't need to keep telling everyone Marlon's statement as he came in that he was watching from bed. So Don's Locks from Australia is here. Okay. So we should probably determine who Joe needs to send her sticker pack to before we move on to so type GEMS, J-E-M-S, if you went in on I realize some of you may have greeted Joe as Michigan Gems, in which case you might already be in the giveaway without knowing it. So there's what you need to type. And as we have giveaways to do today, we'll give this a couple minutes because we only have 5 entries right now. And I'm sure somebody out there wants Joe's sticker pack. I can see them popping up in the chat. And they are slowly appearing on the entries. So keep it up, folks. I'm going to let you chat amongst yourself and type gems. And I am going to locate Rob's video and at least get his link up. And I located all the features in YouTube Studio to do the preview video and to directly link. They were there last week, but then they're gone this week. So either they moved it or I forgot where it was. Bad move on my part, I'm sure. And I am not seeing Coffee with Liz. Maybe she doesn't have one this morning, but at least over on Stories Lost and Found, there is a link to Rob's video in there now, as well as to MAERvideos that will start about 90 minutes after I am done. Let's see how we're doing on the we have 26 people between the two channels and only 11 entries on gems. Is that everybody who wants to have oh, we're up to 12. We're going to pick here soon. Steph sells stuff by the seashore is here. And Stu is still here, even though he said he was leaving, and he says gems. And Hot Dog Diggs and Wayside Wade is here. A few more gems. We're now up to 16. We're at 16 minutes in, so I should probably do this. Quickly type the word gems that you see on the screen if you want to win that sticker pack from Joe. We're up to 17. And that's 18. I feel like I'm holding an auction. If it's still at 18 when we reach 18, we will do the draw. That is less than a minute to go. Oh, we're up to 20. Well, we're doing the draw at 8:18. That's 8:18 my time, but Bad Ideas Lab is here and is now a moderator. And it looks like Don's Lock needs moderatorship. I can only currently see StreamYard and Starry's Lost and Found. I will review Starrylock here before too long. But we are at 8:18. We have 21 entries. Let's see who Joe has to send stickers to. And it is Donna Reed. So I believe Donna has sent me her address, and I'll forward that to you, Joe, or Donna can directly contact Michigan Gems and let Joe know her shipping address. So other than needing to find out the shipping address for Golame Bonave, geez, I'm sure I'm massacring that. There is my but instead of showing I am going to show his name. If you see him in today's chat and I miss him, let him know to contact me, and we will get his prize at Show Me Treasure along with some of my swag to him. You can see the red towel there. If you're interested in receiving a blue version, now this towel says Shubia, which is part of the metropolis or megapolis that is Tokyo. It's not a bath towel. It is not a beach towel. It is a smaller towel that you might use to wipe sweat from your brow, clean your finds, or use as a way to gather the dirt from your hole so you can pour it back in. We're up to 10 people on that already. We'll let that sit for a little bit. We will be having some currency from Japan, as well as some magnets and postcards. I am Zaxxon has it right. Type towel. I know it's kind of a simple, silly word, but and Deej is here. Deej can type towel if she's interested in getting a blue copy of this red Shibuya towel. And she has. Oh. I had my company had their Christmas party last night, and they rented out a barbecue place. We had our meal and party there and gift exchange. Well, not really a gift exchange. The office manager provided gifts, and then we did a little dice rolling game for the various gifts to rotate. And it was kind of silly, but kind of fun. Okay. We're up to 21 people. We have other things to do other than give away towels, so let's see who won the towel. And Marlon over at MAERvideos. So I will be shipping this towel to Canada. But he might win more things, so let's not pack that up quite yet. That'll permit me to send him some of my magnets that I just got, so he can give those away, because he does at least 2 giveaways every week. Okay, switch back to this. I don't think I'm fully recovered from last Sunday. I was 13 giveaways in less than an hour. And by the end, my nerves were a bit frazzled from all the adrenaline. I'm going to highlight 2 pieces of the currency I'm giving away. My roommate gave me 1 of each of the coins plus a 2,000 yen coin and bill, and I'll explain that in a little while. Let us set up the next giveaway, and while I am talking, everyone can put in their entries. The word is yen, because we're going to be talking about yen. And let's make this the solo. Let's see if I can figure out where the camera is so that I can highlight this for you. This is the 500 yen coin. until recently, when U.S. interest rates got high enough that people started investing in the dollar and the yen got much weaker. The yen had been sitting at about 100 yen to the dollar for nearly 30 years. And so that would have been equivalent to $5. It's more like $4, I think, now with the exchange rate. This had been the most counterfeited coin in Japan. They went to the dual metal to help fight that aspect as a counterfeit. And I do not know if I can show this or not. They do not have a normal ribbing on the, or what do you call the edge when it's either smooth or it's, well, it's not normal. No, I don't think I can show that. It has sections where it looks like a normal just coin, but then its space is funny and changes angles and spacings to make counterfeiting more difficult on that account as well. So that is the 500 yen. None of these are from particular years and are just from the currency he picked up while there. So this is just, him taking the change out of his pocket and handing it to me. So in addition to, I can't show the edge too well, but there is the backside of the 500N. In addition to that, we have $100 and its backside, which has a flower on it. And the 50, well, that's 5. There's 10, 5. There's the 50. So this is roughly equivalent to, for about 30 years, this would have been equivalent to a 50-cent piece. It's more like 40 cents now, but there's a 50 yen coin. And my great presentation is, no matter how much Tripwire makes fun of his presentation of coins, it's definitely nowhere near as good as his. So flowers on that side and a 50 yen on this side. There are some nice, if you win these and want to find the dates, there are some really good websites that explain the dating system. Prior to U.S. occupation of Japan, while it was still the Japanese Empire, the date was written backwards to how you see it today. But I don't think any of these date that old, so you don't have to worry about that. There is the 10 yen and the building on the back there. Things have been a bit hectic, so I have not prepared to explain to you what the building is or anything. It's just pure laziness, pure too hectic to explain. We have a gathering of rice, and instead of having Western numbering, it actually says 5N on the 5N coin. And then is kanji all the way around on that one. So that's the 5. And then the 1, which is made out of aluminum or aluminium, says 1N on it. So there are the coins. And now for the 1 bill I'm going to provide you. All of the bills in Japan have portraits on it, with the exception of the rarest bill, which has a castle in Okinawa on the one side and scenes from Tale of the Genji on the back. This was introduced in the year 2000. At the time of the G7 was visiting Okinawa. It was originally designed by the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Japan as a way to encourage spending, because it was hoped that it wasn't a 5,000 yen bill, so people were more likely to break it, and it wasn't a 1,000 yen note, so it wasn't, you didn't have to spend, you had a slightly bigger bill. But this flopped in Japan. It was only issued in the year 2000. And this is very rare to find in Japan, especially if you're in a rural area. If you're in a rural area, apparently many merchants won't even know what that is. And only merchants in big cities that go to the bank frequently will accept them. It's sort of like a lot of merchants don't like receiving $2 bills because there's not a slot for it. They'll have that problem in their cash register. And this is a rarer bill. So, however, if you are traveling to Japan and get your currency converted before you leave, these are very common to get, because the Japanese government is hoping that tourists, especially Americans, for this reference, will get these and freely spend them, because that's equivalent to, for about 30 years, it was equivalent to about $20 bills. So it's a very common bill for Americans to spend. So even though they're rare in Japan, you get them if you convert your currency early. So let's see what everyone is saying. God is great says merchants won't accept. Let's get Scott moderatorship. The joke is everyone loves donuts. Cops love donuts. I like donuts. And how are we sitting on the giveaway tool? We have 25 entries. We have 35 people. We still have the postcards and magnets, but I'll give you another few minutes here. I know I kind of rushed through the currency. If I was being a good currency host, I would explain each of these coins and what they're made out of and how many were minted. I know with the 2000 end note, they were going to print 1 billion of these, and that all fell apart because they just didn't become popular. So that number got greatly reduced, and then at one point there was about 250 million of them in Japan. That number has been decreasing because the people in Japan who gets one of these bills tends to collect it. So it goes out of currency. Scrapping, hoarding, tinkering fun is here. Who says, I can't wait to go to Japan. And who is now a moderator. We are still at 25. I guess that's as far as anyone wants to go. And we have Tripwire. Well, this gives him something to feature on the vault. He'll have one of each of the coins from, and he can do the research and tell you about the metals and all that. So it's a good choice, I think. So I will send these out to Tripwire. He'll get one of all the current coins from Japan, as well as the rare 2000 end note. So Tripwire doesn't generally enter into giveaways, so I think he said he prefers to see other people win. Okay. If you're familiar with Japanese art, the Great Wave is one of the more commonly known pieces of art. This is done as a 3D effect. It has, the wave is designed to come out of the edge, and it is a magnet. So we're rolling into our next giveaway. And the next word is postcard. I'll show that again before I run it. And I will. The next magnet has holes up at the top like it was set up for a license plate on a bicycle or something. Or at least that's how it seems to me. But it has a magnet across the back, so it'll work nicely on any metal surface. It itself is made out of metal, so we'll set that there. We have here our cat to encourage people to come and visit, and we have one as a sticker. Come to Tokyo, Japan. Happy welcome. And that is a sticker. We have all glittery Tokyo, Japan. And down here, written in kanji, is the word Tokyo. Now we'll get into postcards. If you're in the part of Tokyo referred to as Shibuya, Shibuya Sky is one of the buildings that you can go to the top of and check out your wonderful view. there is an aerial view of the top of should be a sky made into a postcard. The next postcard is from the National Treasury and is entitled Quail. The next one is, the original artwork is from the 16th century and is called Session. One is made by Session Shuke and is called Dragon and Tiger. So you're getting a wide range of postcards here. There is a postcard from the Ueno Zoo. And yes, these are not house cat kittens. These are Pele cats or Peles cats. It's a wild cat native to Japan. And we have a shoebill from the Ueno Zoo. If you have a complaint about the nature of the postcards, well, you know, my roommate chose them while he was in Japan for the purpose of sharing with you. So I wouldn't complain. You're getting free postcards. And here is a postcard, which is a picture of Tokyo Tower. Tokyo Tower was originally a broadcast tower, which has two observation decks on it. And this is during a celebration of some sort. It is simply entitled Fireworks in Tokyo Tower. Fireworks are called hanabi, or fire flower in Japanese. The Tokyo Sky Tree has outdated Tokyo Tower for most broadcasters to provide higher setting for their antennas. But there's a certain nostalgia and romance about Tokyo Tower still. So you have that. And then rather than undoing all this, there's a Tokyo postcard collection. You can see the Tokyo Sky Tree on the front. There are 8 picture postcards in here, but we'll just leave them together in their packets. And what do we have? As people saying, God is great at saying postcard. Pocket Woman saying these are a great selection of postcards. Scrapping, hoarding, tinkering fun. I'd be shipping so much stuff home I probably couldn't return. And Chris and his cat Slinky have gone to bed to watch. It's not quite 7 o'clock in the morning for him, though. And my housemate George is in the audience. I do not see him on the Stories Lost and Found, so he must be over on Starrylock. And he says, it was fun gathering them. So, oh yeah, I'd forgotten I wasn't showing my email there. That is the winner of last week's prize donated by Show Me Treasure. And he has not contacted me. So if you see him anywhere, let him know to contact me. I'm going to hold his prize until next week. And if he has not gotten a hold of me by then, I will have to do a redraw on Show Me Treasure's prizes. Let me change my banner. There, now we have my email again. And okay. And I have one final item left to add to the postcard collection. I know throwing in magnets sort of fits with postcards. This doesn't quite, but there is a pen. It only has one contact post, so it might be a bit tricky to actually wear this and not have it lost somewhere, but it is a Tory Gate with falling sakura flowers on a black background. So that goes in with the postcards. I believe that covers everything as far as and once again, the word for that giveaway is postcard. You simply type in the word postcard for this one, Dave. And hello, Dave at PA Relic Hunters. Things were running so high-speed crazy this morning, I almost canceled out. So I didn't know if I was going to make it in time. I'm glad I did. We have a towel going up to Marland at MAERvideos. We have a group of Japanese coins and a 2000 end note going to Tripwire. And we have 23 entries so far out of our 30 people. That's 30 between the two channels. It's like 21 of which are on Stories Lost and Found. Jade C channel typed postcard, but it does not have a wrench. Corrected that. Jane C channel now has is blue and has her wrench. When we reach 50 minutes, we will draw this. I'm still at 23 entries. I agree, Marland. It is too perfect that Tripwire won the end. Now it can center an entire visit to the vault around it. No, it is not case sensitive. And you can throw it into sentences. If you post postcards and not postcard, I don't know if it'll parse out the word postcard from postcards. So you want singular postcard, but capital P, lower p, I do not believe it is case sensitive. Okay. That is getting weird. We were at 23 and now says 18. I've never seen a count up go backwards. Back up to 19. I probably ruined something. Messed it up somehow, I'm sure. We Go Places Tours is here. Just to play it safe, as we drop back down to 18, type postcard again to make certain you're in the giveaway. I'll hold out till 55 minutes and then we'll do a draw. We're back up to 23, which is where it seemed to have been sitting. And then I tried to reload it and I think I messed something up. So if you're interested in that lapel pin, a pair of magnets, and a whole bunch of wonderful postcards provided by my housemate, George Van Meter, who went all the way to Japan just to get these postcards from you. And I'm sure visiting it and all the fun he had there had nothing to do with it other than getting these postcards for you. So, next week, I have transferred from the notebook I received them in. I got a larger notebook that is designed for flips, to hold flips, and have transferred all of the 93 coins, hobo nickels, that I bought at the estate sale, along with the ones that I have purchased myself. And we'll start going over those. That can probably take up the rest of the winter. I'll highlight a few each week. I know more detail about those than I do a lot of coins. So there's you a preview for next week. We'll probably have a Treasure Fam collection giveaway. I just noticed something I forgot to throw in to the giveaway. So Tripwire has to choose if he wants the purple gotcha ball or the clear gotcha ball, or white, or whatever term you want, because he gets one of these two. Or maybe I'll throw both of them in the box because I feel generous. And he can open these up on the vault and find out what he won. My housemate went up to, there are entire stores that are nothing but gotcha machines. You'll also hit banks of gotcha machines dropping these little capsules, and each of the machines are designed for, like a fandom of a certain anime, or have miniature insects or miniature trucks. In this case, he found one that the gotcha balls dropped coins. So I'll throw both of those in and ship those to Tripwire along with the coins, so you can have fun opening up the gotchas. I don't think I said good morning to Mona earlier, so I'll do so now. We are at 55. We have 25 entries. Let's see where in the world I'm sending these postcards. And Jane C. Channel. You can see my email going across the screen. You have won the postcards. So send me your shipping information and I can get these out to you next week. Probably will not be Monday because it's a shipping day for work and that gets very hectic. That's all I got of the giveaways, so let's drop the tab for the giveaway. This Linux machine is holding up pretty good, so it really wasn't getting slowed down by the tab, but we'll close it off anyway. As lighter colors contrast nicely when you're trying to display coins, I will try to figure out a way to better display coins than what I currently have. Maybe set my camera closer to the surface and make certain I use that background, the red and white background for camera, for looking at hobo nickels. We'll start with the oldest of them. I do not have any original hobo nickels. I can tell you that right offhand. The original hobo nickels are quite rare and are all made before 1980. I do have hobo nickels because of the collection I got that date back all the way to the mid-80s. I have 3 Frank Brazel hobo nickels. Frank Brazel started making hobo nickels in the mid-80s, and he was a very prolific hobo nickel maker, partially because he was trying to exclusively work on buffalo nickels, and by the 1980s, buffalo nickels were rare enough that you had to go through coin dealers, and he had to make additional hobo nickels for coin dealers who could then sell them in order to get the hobo nickels to make his, well, to get the buffalo nickels to make his hobo nickels. And he was putting out about 1,000 a year until he died in 1996. So, and then I have some Bill Jameson and some Sonny Carpenter, who are also early revivalist hobo nickel makers. So those are the oldest in my collection. The collection I bought seems to date from the mid-80s up until about 8 or 9 years ago, because the artisans that I have talked to who recognize their work inside that collection, these are early examples of their work from 8 or 9 years ago. So, which was kind of a cool reminiscent for them when they saw them. So. We are wrapping up. I'm going to have to figure out where the preview video is and the auto forward. So in the interim, there is a link down in the description on Starry's Lost and Found to go over to Rob and Charlie's live at FL Thunder, Digging It with Rob, Leonardo Rob, and his co-host Charlie. Go join them. Have a great morning. Make certain you say Starry Raid. He's aware that I'm sending people over because of how great and wonderful you people are by announcing yourself and doing that. I have not found Liz's video, or have I seen an announcement? Because I should have gotten one at 8:30 if it was happening. But in 90 minutes, Marlin will kick off, and you can ride with Rob. Rob will make certain you get over to Marlin. But if you want to make sure you're there early, you can type early bird over on MAERvideos to get in on the first giveaway. because Rob sometimes runs late and you may not get there in that first 10 minutes of the live. And that's Marlon draws the early bird giveaway at 10 past the beginning of his video. So the link for both of those are in the description. I am sorry I don't have links for anybody else's, but I simply didn't find them. So it's either YouTube, me, or the creator may not have made one. I don't know. So I hope you enjoyed those giveaways. I will get the towel out to Marlon, the coins and the bill and the gotcha balls, the gotchas with coins inside, to tripwire. And if Jane C. Channel will email me her mailing address, I will get out these postcards, the lapel pin, and the 2 magnets. They'll probably all go out on Tuesday. We are in the Christmas season, so I don't know how quickly things will get to people, but such is life. Head over to Rob. I release you from being here. 17 people isn't bad at the end of the video for a day. 26 if you count Starrylock on top of that. So take care, everyone, and we will see you soon.